Hey everyone, my name's Amber Kennedy. I'm the creator of Behind the Business. Behind the Business is a small interview series with the local business owners and operators of Sarnia, Ontario. Today I have some really exciting news. I know this pandemic has been really hard on a whole lot of us, so I'm so excited to have Andrew with me. Andrew actually has a new business coming to Sarnia. So
Yeah.
welcome, Andrew. And can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing?
Well, thanks for inviting me on. So I'm opening a new bicycle shop in Point Edward. Um, it's going to be fun. It's going to look cool, and at some point we'll have some bikes. So it'll be
That's a good part.
it's a
That's a
good thing.
good part about a bike shop.
Yep, you'd think we'd be flush with bikes. It's yeah, this is what we're doing.
If you have a grand opening without them, I, in no sort of offensive way, I'm very curious as to see how that would go.
It would be, I think, the only bicycle shop to ever open without any bikes. So it would be.
I'm sorry to tell you, I don't think it would do very well.
Well, I mean, it would do. I mean, maybe for the first couple of days, then people would be like, "I want a bike," and we're like, "Hey, sorry,
Yeah,
we're
sorry, we
going to
don't
the
have
coffee
those
shop and
here.
no coffee, right?" Yeah,
We don't sell those, sorry.
yeah. Sorry.
So, with that, assuming that you will have bikes, of course,
Yes.
what kind of other products, services, what will you be doing there?
Basically, we'll be a full service shop. So all the repairs, all parts, accessories, helmets and clothing and shoes and basically everything that is bicycle and bicycle adjacent
Awesome.
is what we're going to be doing. So we have a full service shop here that we can do any repairs, wheel building and the whole deal.
That's excellent.
Plus, yeah, things like bicycle fittings for road bikes and mountain bikes and
Yeah.
stuff. Like we got all the equipment to take your measurements and get you all programmed in and make sure you get the right bike before you go spend any money on it. For those people looking at that kind of a thing, just all sorts of bicycle fun things and their related accessories is what we're doing.
Awesome. Have you
Yeah,
guys thought about any like kids attachments or anything like that as well?
yeah. It's funny you say kids attachments. I'm staring at all our trailers right now. We got them all built out on the
Yeah,
floor.
I was
So
gonna
yeah,
say that's
yeah,
a
definitely
big
all
one this
sorts of.
year.
Oh man, yeah, because you can only hang out with your family, so why not
Yep,
make them all mobile? So.
exactly.
Yeah, so like all sorts of kids accessories and stuff. Kids bikes we weren't able to find in any sort of quantity, so we sort of let them pass for this year. But kids helmets and all the fun stuff that goes with kids bikes, we got that.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Excellent. And like I said, the attachments will be a huge thing. I've seen, I can't even tell you how many posts online just over the past couple of weeks of people asking for them. So that'll be a
yeah,
big one for you guys. That'll be awesome.
for sure, for sure. I was able to grab a bunch of them early when I started. I was like, I think this might go on for longer than we think it will. So I was fortunate to be able to get them to get them.
Yeah, you were
Basically
right.
everything's sort of non-existent now. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
So that's a good thing to have your hands on for sure.
Oh yeah.
So normally I ask what your favorite part about your job is. So for you, I'm going to ask you what's been the most exciting part about preparing this?
Um. Well, I mean, I'll answer the other question too. I mean, my favorite part about my job is bikes and talking to people. I really like people, and I really like getting them stoked on the things that they're coming to look for. Whether it's like a pair of shoes or a pair of bike shorts or a brand new bike or whatever it is. I really like all things bicycle and bicycle related. So it's to talk about that with people who are excited about it or even that don't know anything about it. I'm excited that we are able to, give them some education or some information or just get them what they want and get them on the road and get them super happy about what they're doing. And because bikes are, one of the things you can do. I mean, they're super fun regardless of a pandemic, but they are one of the things that you're actually allowed to do. And,
Yeah,
and that, just being outside and being, on a bike, it's so good for, for your, not even for your fitness, just for your brain. It just makes your brain work better. And it's just
yeah,
freeing. And for, kids to be on a bike, it's it's fun, and parents and adults, it's just like the bikes are just good all around. And I think that, yeah, I just really like them. I think they're super fun and they're really interesting, and in all aspects, whether it's like your whatever basic bike just to ride around, or if it's your, stealth bomber, super high Tour de France bike. Like, I like all of them and everything in between.
And you clearly know
you don't,
about them. See, my brain,
yeah,
I'm like, bikes.
that's it. Yeah.
So
Well, and that's
I
it.
would need to come see you.
For sure. And I mean, because you can't, it's because it is a kind of a specialty thing. And,
Mhm.
like I go into a computer store and I'm like, I don't know anything about
I would like
computers,
a
or
computer, please.
yeah, does this turn on and does it work? And can like my dumb monkey fingers make it work? Like,
Yeah.
that's
So
it.
everybody
So
has their niche. So you're the bike
totally.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I mean, there's other people who know more things about this, I'm sure, but I mean, this is what we're doing. And if I can't be the expert on it, I know, some of our awesome staff is, pretty amazing and super specialty with what they know. So that's, we're able to pretty much handle whatever questions you got. And, I feel really lucky to be able to do this, and to be able to, sort of amass a crew of stoked other people. So yeah, I
It's
mean,
always a nice feeling to be able to have a team surrounding you that has the same
mhm.
vision as you, right?
Oh
Like
man,
that's a
for
really
sure.
exciting part too.
It is super exciting. It is super exciting. And then, like, for your other question, I mean, just seeing it sort of come to life. I got to spend 2 months with one of my best friends building it, and he's an amazing artist, as far as like he's a carpenter, but his scope of what he can do is pretty limitless. And we basically just sort of had ideas and kind of ran with them, and it ended up looking pretty incredible, and not like any sort of bicycle shop that I mean I've ever seen before. And and just to get to do that and get your hands in it, and make it, the sketch I gave him in the initial stages of talking about doing it was pretty bare bones, and to see it like, in real life has been really exciting. And
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to look as good as it did, although I wanted it to look as good as it does, if that makes any sense.
totally.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I think people are going to be really excited when they come in here to just to come in and see it, because there's stuff in here that, I don't think exists. Maybe some version of it does, but I definitely know that there's not a bike tree anywhere else that I've seen. So,
Well, I'll be popping by once you're doing your opening, and I
yes,
will show everybody, pandemic allowing, I
of course.
know.
Yeah.
So you'll see me smiling with my eyes through my mask,
Right.
showing
Right.
showing videos of my phone around your shop. So
You're
I'll
totally
be
welcome to
there.
come. Please film everything. It'll be awesome. Yeah.
So that'll be awesome.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
looking forward to it.
so as of right now, how can we support you?
Right now, I mean, I don't know if we're prepared necessarily to let the cat all the way out of the bag, but we have started to do repairs.
Okay,
As people
awesome.
have been calling, if it's something that we're able to do, while we're getting things set up, we're doing them. It's been kind of a nice steady stream and a manageable stream. I know that the demand for repairs is kind of through the roof right now, as everybody's
Mhm.
getting out of their winter sort of
Yeah,
hibernation and getting outside again. So we are, starting to do that. We don't have a credit card machine set up yet, because I don't have it yet, and just
fair
things
enough.
like that are like tricky. So it's we're sort of taking them as they come. If we can do it, we'll do it. If we can't, then I mean we'll have to wait until we're open. But that is the
Yeah,
thing that we're doing. I think just spreading the word that it's going to be, that we're going to be open. We're going to have bikes,
yeah.
and and that's it. I mean, it's as soon as we're able to open the doors, I think it's going to be, people are going to be excited to come on down and check it out, and we'll have bikes, so that'll be a draw
We're
in
back to our
itself.
main
So,
point again.
right, yeah. So
So
and we'll be able to
yeah,
do curbside and help people out as one at a time as we're allowed.
That'll be good.
You know, because that's what we have to do. So that's what we're going to be able to do. And thankfully, we're deemed essential. So it's
awesome.
we'll take full advantage of it, and while sticking within the rules. So you know, we got the staff sort of dialed in and ready to sort of handle that, and procedures and protocols and everything set up. And you know, we'll just have to make do until we can have all the doors open and have people rolling through. So
totally, it's kind of nice in a weird way, because you're going into it already knowing that you're going to jump through hurdles and you're going to have to deal with the pandemic. So like, you don't have to readjust afterwards. So it's kind of nice because you get to have the headache now before you open. So,
for sure.
Nice.
For sure. It is kind of nice. You know, the other weird thing is like, you know, as much as like I really want the doors open and to get people in here, having the fact that it is locked down right now and nobody's really allowed to go do anything other than, you know, the essential stuff has kind of been a blessing, because we're really able to like fine tune everything before the doors open and try to make sure that all the bases are covered, you know, and everything's in the system properly. So we don't have to like backtrack while we're busy doing the things with the people.
Yeah, your grand opening day and you're juggling 100 people, and you know.
Totally. Or like the printer receipt, the receipt printer went down the other day, and it took us like 2 hours of tech support to get it back up. So if there was people in the building like that, it'd have been a nightmare. So it's, you know, the fact that you know, people aren't allowed in is kind of a blessing. And a curse.
It's a nice relaxed environment. It's and you know what, we're seeing, I'm sure you see it too, the support in the community is just getting stronger and stronger, and it's becoming more local, and you can really feel that in the atmosphere of the community and the members that you'll see come into your shop. And you know, those people are going to be there no matter what. So that's like, they're going to be there for you.
Yeah, it's cool actually. Like if on the last couple of weekends I've been around sort of just doing things, and there's still paper up on all the windows, and the amount of people just walking by, pulling on the doors and like trying to peek through the window to see what's going on has been like, it's been a lot. Like there's been so many people.
It's good. That's
surprising. Oh man, it makes me feel a lot better for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just the steady stream of people just walking by is incredible. Just there's so many people just outside doing things.
Yeah.
Is awesome. So I mean, it's
you'll definitely have a really good audience for this, for sure.
Yeah, it is, but it is kind of nice to like do a little tiptoe into it. It's you know, before we pull the curtains all the way back, it's nice to kind of be able to make sure that everything's sorted and we're ready to go. So
I've only done restaurant opens before, and if retail or bike shops or anything like that is anywhere close, oh my goodness, I would love to have a slow open.
Right. It's I know. Oh man, terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's scary. So so it's really nice that you'll be able to do that. And I've seen that you've already have your social media accounts and everything. So like followers can go and follow that. They can watch you on your journeys through that. They can keep up for updates, that sort of stuff too. Because then like even just liking and sharing those posts, making sure that you already have that following base for when you do open will just that much more help you, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, we kind of documented the whole build, you know, in sort of bits and bobs along the way. And, you know, social media is like, it's a tricky thing. It's like, you need to do it, but it's, I mean, I've been slacking like crazy lately, just cause I'm just trying to get like stuff in the system so we can get going. But yeah, like, I mean, you can kind of get the vibe of what the place is going to be. It really kind of just shows, it's just a lot of me just rambling basically.
That's okay. You know what? People buy the business for the person.
I hope so. And because this got me all over the place. So it's either a blessing or a curse at this point. So I don't know. I don't know. But I've been slacking for sure lately. I got to start posting again. And
that's all right. You know what?
Yeah.
You're busy. There's other things to do other than social media, and I totally respect that. That's something that I find that every once in a while is just nice to have that, you know, a week or two where you don't really touch it. Just kind of sits there idle. It'll be there when you go back. It'll be
exactly. It's not going anywhere.
Source of news. New Ford announcement probably.
right? About more things that are sad and nobody wants
Yeah,
to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it'll be there when you come back. You're good.
Yeah,
Just take
totally.
care of yourself, take care of your own, do what you need to do. You're good, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So my favorite question to ask people is what is your sorry, let me rephrase that. One of my favorite questions to ask people is what is the last local business that you personally supported?
The last local business that I personally supported, I mean, yesterday I ran across the street to the Mexican place in Point Edward. What the hell's it called? Los Puntos Cantina.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What? Oh man, I'm the worst with names. Yeah,
You
they were
remembered
open,
you
and I was
got it
starving. I was
though.
like, yeah, and I was like, oh man, they're right there. I was so good. I was so
It's
happy to
very
do it.
convenient.
It was yeah, it was great, and like I could take out beer. It was great.
Yeah.
It yeah, it was them and you know, I'm definitely a regular haunt around, you know, Blackwater Coffee. I love it there. And you know, like, you know, and Lake Life is out by my place in Kamlaki, and
Yeah.
I mean, I got the hat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I love everything she does out there. Like I really, you know, I know I have a store, and you know, it's very, you know, on brand to talk about to being, you know, supporting local, but I have made it my mission sort of to a fault to try and do that as much as possible pre-pandemic, just sort of as a general rule.
Mm-hmm.
I like the people in the places, and I like seeing the small things and talking to, you know, the interactions and the interesting things and the stuff that you see in those smaller places, as opposed to
I totally get what you mean.
you know, the bigger box places. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I just don't. That's not really how I roll and
It's not
how
you.
what I like to do. So
To each
it's
their own, right?
totally. And there's, yeah, like I said, there's nothing wrong with them. I just don't. You know, if I can avoid it, I will. You know,
And
usually
you know
to
what?
apparel, but
Like it's so true, and like you're a business owner yourself, so you know that like there's this like secret tribe of business owners where they just support each other. And
yeah,
so you know that like when you go out and you support them, they're going to support you. They
yeah,
already know.
totally.
Like these people who you go see for your coffee every day, they already know about your bike shop. They're going to tell people about your bike shop. Like it
Totally.
makes you lifelong friends that way, as
Hmm.
where like I mean, you very well could get that in a big box store, like coffee shops.
Absolutely,
You
for
have
sure,
regulars, whatnot,
for
but
sure.
it's just that much more like of an emotional connection to the other local businesses, right? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
and it
There's
totally
a
creates that bond for our community.
definitely, and there's so many like cool people and cool places and like unique visions for things, and you know, and it's just so much more interesting, you know, on a daily basis to like seek those interesting things out than just,
Yeah.
you know, the regular normal stuff. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's just it's, you know, sort of what helps me make it through the day is that interesting things and those connections, and you know, that kind of a community thing. I really like it. And
Yeah. It's a
yeah,
nice heartwarming feeling, and you're lucky because you're in a really good spot too, because you're right, like right in the heart of all of them. Like the
for sure.
everything around you is local. So that's
Totally.
a great opportunity for you for selfish and unselfish reasons, right? Like
Definitely. It's
you help
and
each
even being
other.
in, you know, in Point Edward, like the people. I mean, Point Edward's such a cool place anyway. And I didn't really spend a lot of time down here. Obviously, I mean, I live in Kamlaki, so I mean, it's not close.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not far, but it's not. You know, if you're going to spend your time off, you go at your front door and you don't come down all the way here. But
exactly.
spending time down here, being just walking around with the dog and talking to the business owners, they pop in just to see what we're doing. They're always like, they come out of their stores on the street and we chat. And I mean, it's been so welcoming to just see everybody down here, and everybody's so excited that we're here, and they've been so gracious with their time and with, you know, advice, and you know, everybody's all ears and willing to lend a hand or anything. And um, it's been really exciting to be able to be welcomed into a business community like that.
Totally.
It's,
And you
it's made the
you get to be on the welcoming committee for the next show.
exactly, and I'm totally happy to to carry that torch on, or to pay it on forward, because everybody's been so kind to me, being the new kid on the block, and
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
yeah, totally,
It really, really
totally.
does not.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
still so good to hear, right?
it is. It's a good feeling, and it makes me feel better that that I made the right call with putting the shop here, and to get that sort of a welcome, and yeah, it's been a cool process to sort of meet the neighborhood. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
So my next question for you is, if you're able to answer, do you have a rough opening time frame?
People ask me that like every 10 minutes, and
I
I
can ask
keep
you again in
saying,
10 if you want.
yeah, sure. I keep saying, last week it was going to be like at the beginning of this week, and then the week before it was going to be the beginning of last week. Things keep just sort of coming up that end up taking longer than I am expecting. Bikes, yeah,
Those
I mean,
bikes.
waiting on bikes. Yeah, I got, the one supplier called me, or I checked in, and they were like, they've landed in Vancouver. They're processing. You should have like a notice, like a shipping notice by the end of last week. And that didn't happen.
Helpful.
And I still haven't heard for this week, but the ports are so backed up and everything's so crazy that, I'm not surprised.
No.
So it's just a waiting game. I mean, they are coming, and
They are.
I'm confident that they're going to be here. But the waiting game is so I don't really want to open before we have bikes, but at the same time, I would
fair.
like to open because people are
They're itching to come see ya.
wanting to get in. So,
Yeah.
or at least get the service area to full capacity would be cool. Which we may end up doing that, at some point next week. But again, we may end up getting the bikes, and
we'll see.
We'll lock it down until, and then we'll pull the doors open. So, I originally hoped to be open by, the mid-March kind of thing, March break, but now we're in March break in April. And we're really close. We're close. So, I mean, I wish I had a date. I mean, I can't, I don't want to promise anything.
Okay.
So
you know what?
We'll be
I'm
open
just gonna
when we're
write coming soon.
coming soon. It's a safe thing to say.
Right? It's true. It is coming soon.
It is coming soon. Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. So my next and last piece of my interview is, if you've seen it before, I ask $1 million but. So it's a modified card game that I've moved to fit to an online platform or in person. Basically, I'm going to give you two options, and you have to pick which is the better for $1 million. Are you ready?
Sure.
Don't bite your tongue. All right. $1 million but, whenever you're running late, an invincible snail begins slowly following you, and if it ever reaches you, you will die. Or, whenever you see a bug, everyone on Earth is in on a secret, but no one will ever tell you what it is.
Oh,
These
man.
are very ominous.
Oh, they are.
Those were very ominous choices.
Those are real dark. I would say the snail.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
For sure.
What if it catches you?
I don't know. I don't know. There's something about secrets.
Yeah.
I can't, like, I don't like secrets. They stress me out. I don't know.
I think no matter what, you're going to live the rest of your life with $1 million and some stress.
Right? This is it. I don't know. I could deal with the snail. I don't know. I think it's
you know what?
I don't know.
You'd be able to see him coming. Like, he'd be across the room and you'd be like, okay, well, you know what? Like, I've got a day till I have to move from this spot. Like,
right. I think I could probably keep ahead of him for a good long time. Enough to like enjoy the $1 million anyway, right?
You know what? He might be a blessing in disguise. If you're ever, at gunpoint, you just need to touch your snail and you have a better better way of leaving.
Right? Totally.
He's just your secret weapon. It's just not ideal otherwise.
Not super ideal, but I mean, if you got the $1 million to play with, then, I mean,
yeah. Maybe you can bribe the snail. This snail seems pretty smart.
Right? He's following me, so he's clearly got something going on.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see. We'll find out. Well, if I ever have these options available for you, you better be prepared.
I'm in, for sure.
Well, with that, I would like to thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to hearing about your opening. And I will link all of your social medias and everything so everybody can follow you and see what you're up to, see when you're opening, get a hold of you, show you all the love and support that we are so good at here in Sarnia.
For sure. That would be amazing. I mean, I can't wait to fling the doors open and just see everybody coming in. That's probably the thing I'm most excited about. It's awesome. And thanks
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me on. I'm super stoked. I could talk to people about this stuff all day long. So I'm happy to do it. So thanks so much for doing it.
Of course. And I'll be happy to do a follow-up once you're actually up and running. And I mean, you might not have time.
Oh man, I'll make time for sure. That'll be awesome. I'd love it. It'd be fun.
But that'll be fun. Yeah. So we'll definitely coordinate that. But thank you so much.
For sure. Thank you.